Hello crafty friends, I'm Lien from Studio Kato and I'm so happy you're joining me on the Reverse Confetti YouTube channel. Today I'm sharing this little Valentine's Day card on the Reverse Confetti blog as well, so if you rather read a blog post, I will leave that link below. But I'm just using my favorite stamp set of the latest release, which is this Love Bugs stamp set. And I am stamping one of the love bugs. I am choosing to color her as a ladybug. I'm stamping her in some alcohol marker friendly ink because that's what I'm going to be coloring with, some alcohol markers. I'm keeping the coloring really simple. You saw the photo at the start of this video, just some red and black and white basically. That's all the colors I'll be using today. Actually, there's some aqua in there as well. I lied. Yeah, so the coloring is really simple, but how I'm going to make this ladybug pop a little bit more is I left that stamp in my stamp positioning tool. So in my Misti, I left it right there, and I'm not going to be cutting this bug out before I stamp it one more time with some black pigment ink. So that black pigment ink is really going to give me a very clear, crisp black outline, and I can also clear emboss that as well. So it will be glossy and it will have a lovely finish, and that's what I'm going to be doing right now. Now, the reason I do this after coloring is because alcohol markers eat away at heat embossing. So it's bad for the embossing because it will just be rubbed away. And it's also bad for your alcohol markers. It can make them all gummy, and it's a really weird thing to happen to your markers. If you've ever experienced it, you know exactly what I'm talking about, but it's really hard to describe to people who've never had a marker that way. So yeah, I just die cut it with the coordinating die after heat embossing it, and now I can work on my card panel. I'm just working on an A2 size panel. You can work directly on your card base. I just prefer not to. This is some Clairefontaine DCP 250 GSM cardstock. It's really cheap and glossy cardstock, or how do you say it? It's just some really good cardstock for stamping, and it's smooth. That was the word I was looking for. It's really smooth cardstock, so it's perfect for ink blending as well. And I'm using the Rose Reverse Confetti ink to stamp a pattern of I love you sentiments on there. And this sentiment is actually from the Big Heart sentiment set, which is another favorite from the latest release. This latest release was so good. I love it so much. And I just spaced it with the grid in my Misti. So I am moving it up 4 squares every time, but I am leaving space to stamp them again in there in some black. I am again using that black pigment ink, so I can clear emboss that as well. I'm using Wow Clear Gloss Super Fine Embossing Powder. I just sketched that with a folded piece of copy paper, and then I can heat set it. Yeah, it's really simple, but it adds a little gloss to the sentiments there, and it makes them even darker black. I really like to clear emboss things. If you've seen me on the Reverse Confetti blog or on my YouTube channel, you know I am quite obsessed with embossing. Now it also, this stamp set, this Love Bugs stamp set, also has this little cute heart flight pattern. I don't know what to call it, but it's really cute. And I'm stamping that in some Aqua ink. I am not sure of the name actually. It's Reverse Confetti ink. I will make sure to leave it listed down below. I'm really bad with product names. I'm also using a sentiment from that Love Bugs stamp set, again stamping that in that black pigment ink to clear emboss this as well. I did a lot of embossing on this panel. If I had a little bit more planning while I was making this card, I would have done it all at the same time. That would have saved me a little bit of time. Although this card only took me half an hour to make with the coordinating envelope as well, so it didn't take me long at all. Once everything is stamped on that panel, I can just glue it with some Barely Art Precision Craft glue onto my card base. This is a top folding white card base. Super simple. This is a really simple card. I'm not sure what to say of this. So I put prop that ladybug up on some foam squares, and then to finish everything up, I'm adding some embellishments, just some Nuvo drops in black because I didn't want to add more color to this. I really like the almost monochromatic color scheme. It's really fun. Now, once again, if you've seen me on the Reverse Confetti blog before, you know I love to make a matching envelope. I will actually leave a video linked in the description below. It's one of my videos on my YouTube channel where I talk all about how I make matching envelopes in a little bit more detail, but I just used the We Are Memory Keepers 123 punch board. I used some red cardstock and I folded an A2 size envelope with that. I adhered it together with the Barely Art glue, and then I can stamp that ladybug in the bottom left corner, which is usually the corner I decorate. And I used some Versamark ink for that and some Wow bright white superfine embossing powder to emboss this. Again, I love embossing. It's just magical. And that's everything all finished up for today. I really enjoyed making this card. It was super cute and super simple, which is usually what I love in my card making. I can get a little bit more complicated. Last week's video was a lot more complicated, and I love that too, but sometimes you just need a quick card to tell someone you love them. I hope you like this video, and I hope you stay tuned for more videos from me on the Reverse Confetti channel, but also on my YouTube channel. I will leave my YouTube channel linked in the description below, as well as my blog posts over on the Reverse Confetti blog. I hope you check them all out. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the Reverse Confetti channel because I will definitely be on here a lot more. And I hope to give you some more inspiration with the Reverse Confetti products. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.